Hi everyone, this is a Patreon-only step-by-step guitar tutorial for Here Comes the Sun. I figured I want to give more back to you guys because I really appreciate you guys on there. So I've got some questions about me doing just a step-by-step tutorial because the video on YouTube is more like a broader idea of the song. So here are the notes. Capo at fret 7. We start with the D chord. So it starts on beat 2, as I said, so 1, 2. You strum the whole chord at first, so just from the D string all the way to the first string. This is a down strum because it's on the beat. The next strum is going to be an up strum on the second string, and now we immediately hear the melody coming through, right? Now we play a down strum on the first string, open, so you just remove your middle finger from the string, playing in high E without the capo, yeah. So. And then an up strum, which is the F sharp again, fret 2 on the high E string. So the first 4 notes. Great. So after that we play the like the chord tones, the filler notes. Just a D string open, which is a down strum. And then the last note of the melody, the first sentence, is going to be an up strum on string 2 again, fret 3, because we fret the D chord. So after that we play 2 D notes, just filler notes again. Down, up. Then we continue with the highest string, the F sharp, followed by an open E string. So it's down, up, then a filler note, and then an up strum on string 2 again. So these 4 notes are. So from the top. Cool. So after that note we play a down strum, which is the transitioning note from D to G. So the G, I'm playing a G with my ring finger on the low string. So fret 3, my middle finger plays the A string, fret 2, and my pinky plays fret 3 on the high E string. Just a different fingering for the G chord. So after the last note from D, we play, so it's open strings, so we have time to transition from D to G. And then the first G chord is basically everything from the 6th all the way to the 2nd, so not the 1st. So it's the melody and the chord note at the same time, which is an up strum. And then the down strum is going to be the filler notes, which is in this case the low E string and the A string. So these 2 notes. So we had the open B string with the chord, and then the 3rd fret on the B string, then with our pinky, and then the open E string. And remember, all the high notes are played with an up strum on the G chord. See? Go back to the filler notes, back to the 3rd fret on the B string. So. Cool. So now we go to the A7 chord, which starts with an up strum. But an A7 without the ring finger. So normally we play an A7 like this, open A string, fret 2 on the D string, open G string, fret 2 on the B string, open E string. But the melody starts with string 2 open with an up strum. So we just play this. And then you play 2, 0, 2 on the B string. Down, up, down, up, down. Followed by fret 3 on the B string. A filler note, so the low A string. And the high E string. Filler note, followed by fret 2 on the B string, the last note. then we go back to the first note of D. So the second time we do the same. So but then on the G chord we're going to play a G major 7 basically. So from the D so the same thing. But then the first upstroke is going to be the F sharp on the first string. So this shape. So this is basically a G major 7 chord. It's 3 and 2 on the E and A string. The D, G and B are open, but our index finger is fretting fret 2 on the high E string, which can be a little tricky to play. But this chord is a G major 7. And we follow the melody line down to the E string, the open E string. Fret 3 on the B string. So we skip strings. And then we end on an upstroke on the A7. And that's the intro in total. So here it is, very slow. And there we go. So the only thing different is that in the verse, when you start singing, there's an E7 chord, which he plays like this. So open E string, fret 2 on the A string, open D string, fret 1 on the G string, and fret 3 on the B string. I'm sorry. So it's this part. It goes to an E7. So the melody changes also. It's like this. To the G major 7, remember? And then to the E7. And then to the melody. Then there's this little riff in there as well. Which is pretty cool to play. I used to do it like this. Index finger on fret 2 on the G string, middle finger on fret 3 on the B string. Then we, on the G string we go from 2 to 4. 2 to ring. 2, 4 on the G string. And then you just play all the strings down. 4, 3 and open E string. So 4 on the G, 3 on the B, open E. Then you go to 2 on the G string and you play the same thing. Open, so D sus2 chord basically. And then we do an open G string, but we leave our middle finger on fret 3 on the B string. So. Back to fret 2 on the G string. And then we do a run down, 3 on the B, B2, B open, and then fret 2 on the G string. And that's basically what we do. And then later in the song there is this part with the odd time signatures, and this is pretty cool. You play an A arpeggio basically, so it's open A string, fret 4 on the A string, and then fret 2 on the D string. So this is our A major, just a broken chord of A major. And then the beat starts, or the bar starts, which is an F chord. So 3 on the D, 2 on the G, 1 on the B. Then we go to a C chord, but only the first 3 notes, just like with F. 3 on the A string, 2 on the D, G, open. Then we go to a G over B chord, so it's 2 on the A string, D open, and G open. And then we go to a G, so we put a G in this chord, the low E string fret 3, and then the A string 2, so the top or the bottom strings of a G chord. And then we play a D chord. So it's A, F, C, that's the part. Very nice. And that's basically how you play Here Comes the Sun. So I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, for my patrons only. So make sure to play the song. It's so much fun to play. And you can take a lot of these techniques and use that in your own playing if you like, of course. And it sounds great on an electrical guitar too, by the way. So if you don't have any acoustic, don't worry, it will sound killer. Cheers, thank you for watching.